Hi everyone, today our group will be presenting a case study on the Immigration Department migrant scandal in Malaysia, which is an example of how corruption can affect a country's governance, economy, and public confidence. Corruption remains a major issue in Malaysia. It affects national security, the economy, and public trust in government institutions. Many Malaysians believe corruption is still a serious problem, and some feel that anti-corruption efforts are not yet effective enough. In some cases, political influence can also affect public decisions, including government tenders. Our case study focused on allegations of bribery, abuse of power, and immigration fraud within the Immigration Department. In 2016, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) uncovered a passport fee fraud scheme that caused losses of over RM 1 million. The MACC is responsible for investigating and prosecuting corruption cases in Malaysia. In this presentation, we will discuss the background of the scandal, its chronology, the key issues, its impacts on Malaysia, the government's actions, and our recommendations. Now, let's begin with the background of the Immigration Department migrant scandal.
Thank you. Malaysia is a major destination for migrant workers from countries such as Bangladesh, Indonesia, Nepal, Myanmar, and India. They contribute to important sectors like construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and domestic services. The Malaysian Immigration Department manages the entry, exit, and stay of foreign nationals. It also issues visas and work permits and enforces immigration laws. The department became involved in a corruption scandal, including the KLIA counter-setting syndicate, where officers illegally accepted bribes to allow illegal entry. This exposed weaknesses in the immigration system and led to investigation and government review.
How he started. The Malaysian Immigration Department high-profile migrant and trafficking scandal first come to light in a major in 2016, ignited by Francois' liberating crash of the national computerizing immigration system. Since then, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) and the Immigration Department have to continue uncover related issues such as illegal document falsification and counter-setting, cartel, where corporate official facilities in the inter of migrant national for lucrative payoff. Malaysia immigration scandals are driven by corporate syndicate where immigration department officials accepted bribery to facilitate human trafficking, illegal entry, and document falsification at the entry border. The scandal are reviewed through the following key events. First, system sabotage. Investigators reviewed that syndicate and compromise officers deliberately forced the MSS computer network offline at the entry point, particularly at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport, KLIA. This forced officers to proceed traveling using manual, on-record method, effective distributing facial recognition, and criminal background check. Second, long-term compromise. Internal probe and the Enforcement Agency Integrity Commission (EIIC) discovered that this manipulating and illegal data manipulation such as flying passport activity, keying in passenger detail without the traveler being physically present, has been a correcting and compromise since early 2010. Third, massive crackdown. As the scale of the breach became public, authorities launched widespread operation. This led to the immediate skanking of 15 immigration officials, the suspend of 15 of others, and the investigation of over 100 personnel over security breach and bribery. Another, flying passport syndicate. Officers accepted bribery to manually key in passport and enter detail of some documents for foreigners who were not physically present at the checkpoint. Lastly, counter-setting cartels. Corporate officers colluded with the illegal agent to direct foreign nationals, including to blacklist or traveling with fake documents through specific. Per the immigration counter, we are checked with the bypass.
Today, I will introduce the key figure, Mustafa Ali, the former Director General of the Malaysia Immigration Department from 2016 to 2018. He had more than 30 years of experience in public service and was responsible for managing Malaysia immigration policies, border security, and enforcement operations such as visa, work permits. He also worked closely with MACC and other enforcement agencies to combat illegal immigration, human trafficking. Mustafa Ali promoted integrity, transparency, stronger enforcement within the immigration department to improve accountability, public trust. During corruption investigation involving immigration officers, he became a key figure in leading the department.
Now we're going to continue with outcome of Immigration Department migrant scandal in Malaysia. The scandal exposed corruption within the Malaysia Immigration Department, where several officers were accused of accepting bribes and working with human trafficking and migrant smuggling syndicates. As a result, undocumented migrants were able to bypass immigration controls and enter or leave Malaysia illegally. Following investigation, several Immigration Department officers and other individuals were arrested or prosecuted for corruption and abuse of power. This demonstrated the government efforts to legal action against those involved. In response, the government strengthened the border security, improved the monitoring of immigration procedures, and introduced stricter internal controls, staff rotation, and disciplinary measures to reduce opportunity for corruption. These reforms were aimed at improving the integrity and effectiveness of immigration system. In conclusion, the scandal highlighted weaknesses in Malaysia immigration enforcement system and increased the need for greater transparency, accountability, and stronger anti-corruption efforts. It also emphasized the importance of protecting Malaysia's border, preventing human trafficking and migrant smuggling, and restoring public trust in government agency. That's all for me. Thank you.
The scandals has exposed serious weakness in Malaysia immigration system. The scandals involving the Immigration Department has led to several consequences for Malaysia, including affecting to public trust, economy, and society. Firstly, the scandal will weaken border security in our country. The most immediate consequences is the severe compromise of Malaysia's national integrity. When frontline immigration personnel engage in corruption, our country border security become weakened days by days. Unauthorized individuals, including persons listed on international watch lists, can come through air, sea, and land. As a result, this will increase the crime rate in our country. Secondly, the scandal will affect our Malaysia's reputation. Other countries might think that Malaysia has a weak link in regional security and global migration governance. This lack of regulation integrity can result in low ranking in International Human Rights Index, potentially impacting diplomatic alliance, slowing down visa-free travel prevalence for Malaysian citizens, and chilling international tourism. Next, the scandal also affects on our economy. Our country will face major losses in economy because the scandal takes millions due to bypass visa fees and processing taxes. This creates highly distortionary, unfair competition for local businesses that pay fair wages and stunting our country economic growth. Other than that, government will lose public trust. By exposing widespread corruption within the immigration system will undermine public trust in government institutions. Citizens expect immigrant workers to do their duties with fairness and legal. However, the scandal reveals that border security has been compromised for personal gain. This will cause public loss their integrity, effectiveness, and accountability of government institutions. Moreover, that can lead to overcrowding in immigration centers. After a scandal is exposed, government usually carries out strengthened enforcement operations to arrest more illegal immigrants. As a result, immigrant centers become overcrowded.
This crowded can reduce the quality of living condition and increase the cost of managing the centers such as healthcare and daily operation. Lastly, the scandal will affect on public health condition. When individuals enter the country through illegal routes, they will avoid the health and safety check at the border checkpoint. As a result, individuals with infectious disease may enter the country without being detected. This will cause a pressure to a government and healthcare workers.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh everyone, and to Malaysia. Today I will explain several actions to prevent future immigration scandals. First, the government should strengthen anti-corruption measures by enforcing strict policies, conducting regular integrity audits, and imposing severe penalty on corruption officers. Secondly, government also can improve monitoring and internal control through regular expectation, officer rotation, CCTV monitoring, and strict compliance with SOP. Third, government also can promote public awareness and protect wisely laws by educating the public about the dangers of corruption and encouraging people to report misconduct safely. And lastly, strengthen international cooperation by working with neighboring countries to share intelligence, improve borders in the country, and fight human trafficking and illegal immigration together. Overall, this action can help create a more transparent, efficient, and trustworthy immigration system. That's all from me. Thank you.
To conclude, the Immigration Department migrant scandal has shown us how serious the impact of corruption can be. It doesn't just affect one department, it can weaken national security, damage the country's reputation, and reduce the public trust in the government. This case reminds us that integrity, transparency, and accountability are essential in every public institution. Moving forward, stronger enforcement, better monitoring, and stricter anti-corruption measures are needed to prevent similar incidents from happening again. Learning from this case and making continuous improvement, Malaysia can build a more trustworthy immigrant system and better protect its people and national interests. Thank you for your attention. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.